So, always around about this time. It's normally my job, but we're going to reverse role slightly. We're going to take a closer look at some of the stories that have caught our eye inside the morning newspapers. Gcina Mvana is with us morning. Before we get to the newspapers, far more important than that, did you see the Protea cake that we had on the show earlier today?
Listen, I saw that cake and I was like, why didn't the producers of this show not call me earlier?
How dare they?
Like, I'm speechless. I don't know.
Really,
but it's still here.
It is still here, but what I wanted to do,
hope.
I just wanted to get my head and put it into the cake and inhale it. All right, what are we starting with?
Okay, so obviously state capture is big these days. You're all following it like an old wife soapy, and it gets deeper and deeper. And RJ Gupta's lawyer yesterday is saying that he did not meet up with the former finance minister, ABC Jonas. He says that he was not there. He says that he has evidence that he was at OPE offices in Sandton, so he completely denies. And it makes his case, I suppose, I won't use the word believable, but Jonas did say that he wasn't sure which one of the Gupta brothers.
This is a battle that is far from over. Let's move through it. So that's the Citizen.
So this is from the Citizen. And another story that we have, it's obviously the historic election of a female leader for COSATU. It's in one of the papers. Sorry, I've lost it.
It's in all the papers today.
It's in all the papers. So she's got a huge mission ahead of her, Zingisolosi. She's a woman in over like 3 decades in the existence of COSATU. So a union that's been at times tumbling, and there's been fractions within the union.
Loss of membership has been a big issue.
Loss of membership has been a huge issue for. So she's trying to rebuild that, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how it all unpacks, though. It's going to be,
as the Mail and Guardian says, Losi on a mission to rebuild COSATU, and that's a job that's got to start soon.
It's a job that's got to start soon. It's a job that started yesterday, but it's going to be very, very interesting because this has been very male-dominated, and South Africa is also facing a lot of workforce issues at the moment. I mean, workers. The plight of workers is constant everywhere you go. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to be addressed.
Mail and Guardian, let's move on, because they're also telling me in my ear, you know the business, they tell me to hurry up. Should I just take the earpiece out? I should do that.
Remove them, ignore them completely.
What are we doing now?
I absolutely love this story because once upon a time, believe it or not, I was 16. So it's about the schoolgirl.
6 or 7 years ago. Yeah.
No, it's a long time. I'm not going to. Before
I was
start
being nice.
revealing my age. No, Jeremy, I don't smell of infant milk. So a schoolgirl turns acne into business.
This is a great entrepreneurial story, isn't it?
It is a beautiful entrepreneurial story, because sometimes you think that it's only grown-ups who get to do this kind of thing.
Like us, yes,
the more mature ones. So you think that it's only grown-ups, but she's taken up this business, and she took her problem and created it into a solution, not only for herself and her household, but for many other teenagers out there.
Right.
So she started off selling sweets.
Okay, time for one more.
At school.
Pick your paper.
My paper. This one. Yes. It's about the former Afro Worldview channel. So, as you all know, that DSTV canned their contract. So the channel from August, it was no longer in existence. But what happened to those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of workers who were working there? So they were left in limbo. Most of them, some of them were breadwinners, and it's very hard to be unemployed in this current economic landscape in this country. So the Labour Court has ruled that these workers need to be reinstated back in work. But I honestly don't know how that's going to happen, because apparently there weren't proper steps weren't taken into releasing them. But I don't know how that's going to happen, though. It's going to be interesting, Jeremy, because I don't know, because there's no more TV channel. So if it does,
will there be some sort of incorporation as far as the new channel
what's
is
going to happen?
concerned?
Because one would have thought that maybe other stations would probably absorb some of those workers, but I really don't understand how this ruling is going to work. But it was all obviously
in the Star today. So quick favour, when you go, if there's anything left, those little dumplings with the pumpkin chakalaka.
Yes, where are they?
They're outside. Will you save me one?
I'll do
All
that.
right, okay. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, it's Friday. It means yet another busy news week is drawing to a close. I want to take you very briefly through some of the quotes that got people